Join me in this impactful journey in the laboratory to identify African problems and find corresponding solutions to whatever problem that you would find. And then in this particular video today, we are going to learn on how we can start from zero and then we become heroes. Stick around to the end of the video. Today we have a special guest who we are going to be listening to, and today we are going to be learning about how to start agriculture, especially in this particular location where there's vast land. When I was asking some few young people, they had told me that why they are not really doing agriculture here is because they don't have money. Do you think agriculture needs a lot of money for the start?
It's not about money, David. It's about being consistent and being determined in what you want to achieve in life. I don't believe footballers that we do see on the screens today, like Cristiano Ronaldo, they thought this and throw it away. They were focused in achieving a specific goal. And with farming, it's not all about money. If we can begin by digging an acre today, and then we are able to save and then reinvest what we have collected back into the same line of production, I think we will have a very bright future waiting for us at the end of the tunnel.
So you mean young people, they need consistency?
They need to be consistent. Leave alone. You can't spend what you don't have. Let us begin first working on earning, and then we be consistent with earning, and then spending will come later on.
True.
That's what we need.
Yeah, don't you think that they don't really see opportunities that exist in their community? Because I see very many people, they complain that we are born in poor communities. What do you think can be the strategy for a poor community to be transformed into a better community?
I think the best strategy is first to analyze this statement. I say it again, let's analyze this statement. Definitely, yes, you said it so, we have the land, but if we can have entrepreneurship, people who can think outside the box to solve the existing problems, to come on board, work together, I think that we will perfect. And yes, agriculture nowadays has to do with mechanization, but beyond mechanizations, we also have to look at how do we open up ourselves to the existing markets. Of course, the need for food is a daily need, and you can't say I can produce and then I fail to get the market. Only if I can produce what can fit the desires in the market, that will be good to go.
They're selling their land. When I ask why are they selling land, is because they want to get money. Don't you think that money can be got from the land?
You can absolutely get excess money from this land, because first, the land is very virgin. After we have gone all those through, say, 20 years of turmoil, but now we are settled. There is peace. So we can do everything using this land. We need to begin to think outside the box. The problem with my people in the community, they have a very limited scope of looking at things.
True.
They just look at hand to mouth. But when we look at, yes, hand to mouth, there are other expenses. Tomorrow I need to treat a child. The next day I have to pay school fees. The other day I also have to pay for the transport expenses to go to other places. That alone, if I begin to reconsider myself, will prompt me, will project me into beginning to think bigger.
True.
So thinking bigger is what we really now need to convert all of this place to be a productive land. A land that is going to supply markets and then feed the other surplus hungry people outside this area. I like the idea of Daudi Alaba's laboratory. What? Why? Because this is what the idea that is going to just not beg people to come and work for them, but you are going to begin to produce, so that with the land that these people thought would not really feed their mouth, they will begin to see the results of you concentrating and putting in effort. So in that way, they will be prompted they will be actually provoked to begin to rise up to the occasion of using the land for serious production.
Yeah, I believe that one, because development, I sometimes say, is copy and paste.
Yeah, exactly.
You copy from somebody and then you paste. In the case you did not have the idea to do what.
David, there is a really an urgent need for mindset change.
True.
The young people around this place were born during the time when the land was experiencing its own turmoil. But now that everyone is settled, the young people has to begin to be engaged through platforms like Daudi's laboratory. So when they see the result at the end of the day, say, oh look, David is not part of us. He came here when he didn't have, but now he has used the shortest time possible. He has something. I think their mind will begin to change, because what they know is to just entertain themselves, drink a lot of wine, and then go back. And the following day they're waking up, they're already hungry. They don't have food. But with the coming on of ideas like Daudi's laboratory, when we see production is beginning to increase, the young people will begin to engage themselves to invest their effort. At the end of the day, their mindset will begin to change. When you compare it to the previous time, when they would drink and at the end of the day they're waking up hungry, they don't have anything. But when production begins to increase, there they will also begin to wake up seeing they have food to eat. They also have some little surplus to supply to the market, and that we will be good to go.
Thank you. I think this community needs more people to come and join them in
Of
the
course,
aspect of
definitely,
development.
definitely. We have a proverb in our language that you and alone cannot help you. So we need big hands to be coming in. We need big, greater minds that think greater things to be.
Live in my dream that we rise by lifting others.
Exactly. I think that is a very, very good slogan. That is a slogan that I believe is going to change the entire area of this vicinity. If we think we can rise by lifting others, I lift Mr. A, Mr. A lifts Mr. B lifts Mr. C. At the end of the day, we find that the principle, the law of synergy will be working, and definitely all of this and the land will change. Yeah,
So what can you tell us about the security?
One of the things I like about these people is, yes, when you are setting up a farm, you need security of the farm. They are not land grabbers. That is one, because they have a lot of land. Two, I have never seen thieves in this village. So in a place where you don't have someone who is going to wrangle with you over a piece of land, in a place where you don't have thieves that are stealing your things, when you have seen where I live. I leave my horse outside. At times I leave them, wash my blankets and leave them outside, and the following morning they are very safe. So I just encourage investors to come on board with confidently knowing that you are coming for production and no one is going to interfere with you. Yeah.
So, like according to what you have said, you mean the place is completely very safe?
Very, very
When
safe.
I look at around me, this camera which is not showing it enough,
Yeah.
the place is too vast.
Yes. The project of changing the mindset here is much more than just sensitizing. It is more of a way of civic education. Putting the young people into groups, talking to them, say, look what dudes. This is what we have got to do. And for the startup, I want to give this so that we can begin from there. For example, a simple hand oar goes here for 10,000 shillings. Buy hand oars like 10. Put young people into their group. Give them hand axe. Give them where to begin from. Supply seeds. We are good to go to work together, not for a common personal benefit, but for the communal benefit. At the end of the day, someone who did just little work is going to see that after 3 months, yes, I have some food to eat. After 3 months, yes, we had this group and we have savings in our settings. Yes, after this, I was able to buy this trouser.
Yeah.
In this way, they are going to come up and then like the idea of first, the synergy principle, that if we work together, we all achieve together. Two, that if I lift Mr. A, Mr. A is going to lift Mr. B, and at the end of the day, we'll have a households that are first united for one common goal of eradicating poverty, and two, we will have a happy youth that are not involved in other drug abuses, and then there will be peace in the community, there will be development. Everything comes with time.
Thank you. Do you think, like according to the size and the size of the land itself, do you think it doesn't need things like mechanized items like tractors to plow it?
Yes, for a broader production, if we, like we said, we need to begin to think outside the box. Those things are very vital. They are very vital. Of course, we can't use physical energy to do that.
Do you have any tractor around here which people can use for cultivation?
Seriously, no.
What do people use for cultivation?
We use the ox plow, and ox plow, not every household has an ox plow. Like me personally, I don't have an ox plow.
What is an ox plow?
Is a type of a semi mechanization that comes, you tie two bulls together on a yoke and then you connect with that plow. It will be these bulls pulling the the plow, and then at the end of the day, yes, two oxen can plow roughly an acre in 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I think it will be more feasible when there are tractors around.
Yeah, it would make sense, more sense actually. And it would lead to more production. Yeah.
So have you, I'm very sure people within this location, they can sell their land to any person who really wants to.
Absolutely, they do.
What is your advice to somebody who actually is thinking that Africa is very poor in sell the land to travel abroad? What can be your advice to such a person?
I would tell them to put a break and a full stop in such kind of habits, because that is never going to do us any good. It is going to do more harm. Let us sit and put our heads together. Two hands are better than one hand. The scripture also says 2 heads are better than one, and a threefold cord is hard to break. So if we are going to have things like the David's laboratory coming in, with the time we are going to see tractors coming around, and we can plow up to 100 or 500 acres, and the land is planted well. In just a short period of time, we'll be having plenty of food here, and we will not need to be traveling to Europe to look for money.
Do you think Africa, according to what you have been here, do you think Africa is a very poor continent?
Africa is not poor. Actually, Africa is the richest continent in the world. Based on the resources we have, if we can invest our strength with the entrepreneurship that we are seeing coming on board, Africa will be a food store for all the universe.
Thank you. And what do you think Africa needs for it to be transformed into the best level, to execute all the whatever, to actually put all the resources into use? What do you think?
In simple terms, we need synergy. We need to work together. Let's avoid exploiting our youth going to Europe. Let's put our hands together. Let us rise by lifting our own very African born children, and then we will be good to go.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. To see tomorrow should begin with me.
True, exactly.
If I want to show people that there is payment, there is a greater reward in hard work, I'm willing to do that.
Thank you so much.
And consistently.
And me, stand as Daudi Alaba's laboratory, I particularly stand for the young people, because I think the future of Africa lies on the hands of young people. I really appreciate you so much for every knowledge and the wisdom that you have poured out into this channel. I'm very sure a lot of people are learning from us, especially the young people. Those of us, those people who have excess land like what we have today, I think what you need to kickstart is not really the capital, but it is the knowledge. If you have been watching us up to this far, my name is Daudi Alaba, and if it's your first time watching us in this channel, please don't forget to subscribe into this YouTube lab, so that every time we put a new video, you don't miss on any piece of it, and then you continue following everything so that we become so progressive in everything that we do. Thank you so much for